Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Just Fun Stuff and another beautiful day on Funland. Poppy's excited. I'm excited. I'm continuing on with this whole steampunk theme that we've been kind of going with, and I'm really excited because I am starting the first part of like a steampunk village, and that's going to be our marketplace. So I can't wait to get started on this marketplace plaza. Alright, so I took the liberty of starting the cliffside before the video because we've all seen cliffside go up. There's no need to watch it. I decided I would cut that out and just work on the pathway. I found this really cute brick to do as the pathway or the main part of the marketplace plaza. It worked because I kind of wanted an old-timey cobblestone look without it being cobblestone, and it perfectly fit the idea that we were going with. Now we are putting up our background, and like I said, this is going to be kind of like a marketplace and plaza, but I want it to look like there's housing kind of behind it or surrounding it. So we're using a mix of different things for this. I wanted to use the medieval building sides, of course, gear apparatuses, and the gear towers will be included in this. This is a steampunk marketplace after all. But with the housing and the street behind where the marketplace actually is, I didn't want to just put up the medieval building sides, and I didn't just want to use like the castle walls. So I decided to kind of break it up a little bit and use the retro transportation stops, going back to old school simple panels and the loft bed, just creating some dimension. I want it to look kind of old-fashioned, but I don't want it to be just one solid piece like a wall. I want it to look like varying designs of houses that are kind of all together. So that is exactly what we did. We put some fencing in behind. We used some of the wood-burning stoves to look like pipes. And you can see the first layer of what I'm calling the housing section has gone up, and I'm doing the exact same thing for the bottom, just layering the different types of housing, the medieval building sides, the transportation stops, the loft bed with the panels. You can't beat a good panel design. I mean, they look so good, and I had these from a while ago, thought might as well use them. They're in our inventory, and they look really amazing. Adding more medieval building sides, and you can see the layering effect now and how it looks. It looks like different types of houses, and I love that it's not just one level layer. It's kind of up, down, broken up, and I think it looks so cute. Now we're putting in the stall. I found the cutest little pattern at Able Sisters for the news banner, and I thought that worked. There's always newsstands in a marketplace, so as we start creating, that's what I wanted to do, was put in the newsstands. Use the vintage stools because they work so perfectly for this kind of a build. They're just so cute, and you can DIY them into like so many different colors. Now I went with kind of the copper, but the actual vintage color looks good. The wood looks good. They are just so cute. Of course, we added some of the pipes in there, and then using some of the wood partition just to kind of outline and make it look like a gate or like those panels or doors leading into something. Now making the center part of the marketplace, using the garden benches and street lamps, you know, a place to sit, and it kind of makes it feel like it's a plaza or the center of the town. Now I was doing the street lamp with banners because they just look so perfect in a build like this. And for the banners, I went with really, really simple, like hanging brown vines, because I really wanted to stick with these browns and coppers and rust colors that we've been using. I think they work perfectly for this kind of a design. So I kept it really simple with the street lamps. I did add a few plants to this build, which wouldn't typically be something that you would add to kind of a steampunk style, but I figured a few tiny cypress plants, a little bit of green to break up all the brown and rust wouldn't be that bad, and I think it works with the little plaza. Adding more street lamps, little decorative things like the park clock and the oil barrels, of course. Then I realized I wanted to kind of fence it in, and I hadn't quite laid enough of the brick pattern on the ground, and it wasn't letting me just cover over when I was too close to the gear towers the existing pattern, and I didn't feel like pushing them out of the way. And I thought grass kind of grows through brick and cobblestone, so I just left the few patches the way that it was because I thought it kind of gave it like a natural feel, like that could happen. It's one of those things that if I get annoyed with it later, I can always go back and change it, but for now I just thought it was cute, so I left it. Alright, just finishing up the edging of our path, and now we can get down to the, I think, fencing that we are putting in. No, adding a few more wood partitions, kind of again making it look like a gate, like you're walking into this plaza. Now the fencing, I finally get to use the spooky fencing. Now, do I wish it was kind of the bronze color or a copper color? Yes, but we don't have any bronze color or copper colored fencing that I know of, so the wrought iron works the best for kind of fencing out this type of build. I think it looks nice whether it's dark or not. Now adding a few more minor details and accidentally kicking out a path. I do that so many times. I wish it was like the other ones where once you put it down, the ones from Resident Services, they are down until you remove them. Anyway, I got sidetracked. I wanted to add some barrels and some candles, just again outlining the entrance to this marketplace plaza. Adding some fountains in that coppery color just for decoration. Going around, adding little accent pieces now. So the bottles kind of at the newsstand, the newspaper at the newsstand, fixing up where the vintage stools were, adding a few more oil barrels, walking around, taking a look and thinking this is starting to come together. It's really starting to look like the marketplace that I want to create. I had a few more medieval building sides, so after we took off our construction hat, I went ahead and added a few more pieces just to start kind of framing it in. I didn't fully frame it in because, again, this is only the starting block for what this plaza is going to be, so I left it a little open. It gives us the opportunity to build off of it. But I do think that it, for the starting part, turned out really well. It really does look like a steampunk marketplace. I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. I hope you guys really enjoyed this build as well. If you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you've already subscribed. Thank you so much. You are amazing. And I will definitely be back with more Animal Crossing videos.